This is where I've got to walk. I'm going to try go a little bit further, but if it's like this for a long period of time, I think it's going to be a failed hike. But we'll see. We're in a national park called Gunung Gading, and that means Mountain Gading. And we're going to be going exploring, so let's get on with the day. And our first little task is to walk up these steps. You can hear the sounds of the jungle. And the good thing is this trail is marked and there is a pathway that you can walk through, so the chance of us getting lost is fairly slim, but you just never know. You've got to be careful when you're going on these trails, especially when you are walking alone. So the first waterfall is about 30 minutes hike, and obviously most of it is uphill. There are actually 3 waterfalls in total. And the thing with something like this is you've got to make sure that you're prepared. I've got my raincoat, I've got my sun cream, mosquito spray, which I've just sprayed on me. The good thing is it's quite shaded, so it's not like you're in the direct sunlight all the time. But you do need to take it slowly, get lots of water in you, which is what I've got in my backpack. I've got 2 bottles of water, and just enjoy it. And as you can see, as we are walking, there are lots of tree roots coming out of the floor, lots of stones, so making sure you've got good walking shoes is also a good idea. Getting towards the top of this little hillside here, you can see just lots of jungle leaves and trees. Obviously only having the one eye that I can see out of, I'm having to be very careful when I'm filming and walking, so just bear with me. But yeah, nice little walk so far, not too bad, pretty easy. But it might get worse now I've said that. So as you can see, we're on a wooden trail right now, and I don't know if it's around here, but somewhere around here should be the world's largest flower, the Rafflesia. Not sure if we're going to see it today. I don't know how much you can pick this up on camera, but I think I may have come on the difficult route. This is all uphill, but at least these little banisters, little wooden things that you can hold on to as we're walking up. Burning out the calories today. Sorry, a bit of heavy breathing. Dear. Just look at the size of these trees. Huge. I must be one of the first people to walk on this route today, because just tons of cobwebs just going into my face as I'm walking. It's a bit off-putting. Spiders about. But in the distance I can hear water. Now I don't know if it's just the trees blowing. Could be. Who knows? Sounds like water. So this tree here is 60 meters tall. Wow. So looking at the little map that I've got, I think there's some viewpoints around here, which will be good. Might just be able to see the South China Sea. We'll see. And by the way, I am useless at reading maps, so I could be completely wrong what I've just said. Well, I'm sweating a little bit. But just hear this sound. Not too sure where this is going. I can hear some water down here. Maybe I should have kept on the main trail, but I thought this might be an interesting little explore. Just not too sure where we are going to. There are tons of beautiful butterflies, but I just can't catch them on video. They're so quick. Okay, I think this trail is going to lead down to the main track to Waterfall 1. At least I hope so. It might be the viewpoints, and if it is, then we can do this. We'll sort this. As you can see, sweating like crazy right now, and I'm having to be very careful where I am walking. Okay, so this is the way to the viewpoint, and it doesn't look particularly an easy trail, and I have to go back up this way to get back into the waterfall system, or the waterfall trail. So what we've just walked really was kind of a waste of time, but when you are exploring alone, you just can't take any risks. I know the adventurous side of me wants to go to the viewpoint, but I'm here alone. I've no idea where I am. I've got to follow the signposts. My destination is at least one waterfall today, so let's continue exploring. It does of course mean that I have to climb back all up them steps, but oh well. All part of the fun. Exercise in the morning when you can do this in the jungle and sweat like you've never sweated before in your life. I've got my water with me and it's all downhill, I think, from here to get back onto the main track to take us to the waterfall. Just look at the size of these trees, my god. Wow. See what I mean? It's all downhill now. Need to get back onto that main trail and we can go to a waterfall. I was hoping to do all three of them, but I don't think I'm going to be able today because of that little detour. So we've got the sign here for waterfall 1, 3 and 7. I'm afraid I think we will only get to number 1 today, but I'll have to come back and do the other 2 in the future. And this is the route that we are going, so here goes. It's definitely worth saying that this isn't as well paved as the other part of the route up here, so just bear that in mind. Lots of tree roots and rocks that are overturned. Just be careful when you're walking. Not sure you can see it on camera, but oh my god, we've got a huge climb up here. This is probably a better view, just to give you an idea of how steep it is. You see, I'm very new to hiking, and being diabetic you've got to be careful with your sugar levels, so I'm just taking it easy, taking it slow. I'm not going to give in, but if I start to feel unwell, obviously I'll stop and turn back. But I think I'm nearly to the top. We'll see. That's where I've walked up from. This is where I've got to walk. I'm going to try and go a little bit further, but if it's like this for a long period of time, I think it's going to be a failed hike. But we'll see. I've given myself to get up to that tree there, and if it's still uphill from there, I'm going to turn back and go back down. We'll see. Hopefully it's not too far. I made it to the point that I wanted to get to. I'm just having a bit of a relax. I've just noticed a sign that says 500 metres, which depends how far, well, it depends how hilly the 500 metres are, but it looks pretty flat so far, so I'm going to continue on for a little bit. I'm determined to get to this first waterfall. Absolutely exhausted though, I just have to keep pushing myself. I can't see it, but I can hear it. Just had to walk through all that mud. I think we're close. Can I swear? Fuck me. It's supposed to be easy. Not far, not far. I can hear it, and there's a signpost. We're good, but we're gonna have to go down, which means we're gonna have to walk back up. Absolutely no chance of doing waterfall 2 and 7 today. Not in a million years. Was it 3 and 7? Whatever it is. Let me just say this to you, if you are not fit, then I wouldn't recommend this hike. Especially if you're not good with your footing, because lots of slippy parts, just have to take it really, really slowly. The trees around me to manoeuvre my way down. Nearly there though, I can hear it. We now have a rope. It just shows you how steep it is. It would seem the rope has come out down here. Oh shit. Yeah. Just to let you know what you've got to climb down to get to the waterfall. It is not easy at all. I made it. I made it. I can't believe I made that. I hope this waterfall's worth it. I am absolutely exhausted. I'm literally the only person here, and the waterfall is behind me. We'll have a proper look at the waterfall in a minute. I just need to... Oh man, this is so good. Whew. Short little legs. Admittedly, it's not the best waterfall I've seen in the world, but to be honest, just the sense of achievement of making this hike and getting to this first waterfall. And one final shot of the waterfall before we start hiking back up to the pickup point. Well, here we go. I shall be back doing the video when I've climbed up here. Once I get the top of here, it won't be as bad. It's downhill. It's just this bit here. I'm having to be really careful when I'm walking up. Push yourself. You can do anything in life. You just keep pushing yourself. If you don't push, you won't get anywhere. If you don't force yourself to do stuff, you won't do anything in life. You won't be successful. The good thing is, the rest of the journey is all downhill. Just have to be very careful where I'm walking because it's slippy, lots of stones. The thing is, when you're going on a hike, it's important not to rush, to be careful where you're walking, because the last thing you want is an accident, to twist your ankle or break a leg or anything horrendous like that. And I'm not saying this for attention, but the fact that I've only got one eye that I can see out of, it's even more important that you take your care when you're walking along this kind of terrain. Oh, the achievement I'm feeling from this though, feeling really good, nearly there. I know there's at least one person watching this now and they're wanting to make a difficult decision in their life. Everything that you do in life, you have to keep pushing yourself. That is one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the last 4 years since I quit my job to start travelling and being a remote worker. Look at me right now, I'm just absolutely sweating like I've never sweated in my life. I'm absolutely soaking wet through right now. At least we're on the home stretch now. We're on these paving stones, which is a lot easier to walk on. Just a final reminder, check out the Facebook page, Cutchin Free and Easy. If you're coming to Cutchin and need somebody to drive you to the national parks, highly recommended. And also if you're local and you just want to support somebody local, and go on there and check out the photos, go and do that as well and like the page, because really helped me to be able to get around Cutchin and Sarawak whilst I've been here. So if you remember, this is where I went wrong last time. I went down here instead of carrying on up here. But you know, you live and learn. The sound, is it lizards? Not too sure what sound that is. Whatever it is, it's in one of these trees over here. What a noise. I think it's in this tree here. Can't see anything, but the sound is incredible. Does everybody know what it is? What's making the sound? Lizards? I'm back in my apartment. I'm just about to go for a shower, and it was about an hour and 45-minute drive from the national park into Cutchin. But I really enjoyed the hike today. I pushed myself for my fitness levels. It was difficult, but for a lot of people who are much fitter than me, they won't have any problems doing that hike. It was a challenge, that's for sure, and it's making me want to do more hikes in the future and keep pushing myself. So really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button, and I shall be back very soon with a new video from Cutchin in Malaysia. Take care.